Alright, so let's dive into something that hits home for a lot of us: self-loathing. You know, that nagging voice in your head that's always ready to throw shade? It often shows up as harsh self-criticism, making us feel like we can't forgive ourselves for those cringe-worthy mistakes we all make. Understanding this feeling is super important if we want to break free from those negative vibes. Now, picture this: people dealing with self-loathing often drown in guilt and that overwhelming sense of worthlessness. It's like having a personal hype killer stuck in your head, spitting out negative self-talk every chance it gets. That's why tackling these feelings head-on is key to building a more positive self-image. Trust me, it's a total game changer. And here's something we can all relate to: feeling insecure around others. It usually comes from that dreaded habit of constant self-comparison. You know, when you scroll through your feed and feel like everyone is living their best life but you. Recognizing this pattern is super important because it can help us tackle those self-esteem issues and remind us that we're all in this together. Now, let's talk about a struggle that many face: self-esteem. A lot of folks find themselves in this loop where they don't prioritize their happiness or take time for self-care. It's like we become our own worst enemies, and this cycle only fuels the feelings of unworthiness and negativity. Breaking that cycle is so essential for our mental health and overall well-being. But here's a wild thing: many people find it super difficult to accept compliments. Instead of soaking it in, they dismiss it, thinking it's all insincere. This kind of mindset just reinforces those negative self-perceptions and can be a huge roadblock to personal growth and happiness. We need to learn to say, thank you, and allow ourselves to believe the good things people say. Moreover, isolation is a common theme among those who feel they don't deserve love. They distance themselves from friends and family, thinking they're better off alone. But guess what? That isolation often just leads to deeper feelings of loneliness and self-doubt. It's a tough cycle that can be hard to break, but connection is essential. And speaking of tough cycles, have you ever felt the need to put on a mask just to fit in? Yeah, that facade can seriously crush your self-esteem and ruin genuine relationships. Many of us hide who we really are out of fear of rejection, but being yourself is way more powerful than trying to be someone else. Then there's the fear of dreaming big. This can lead to self-sabotage, where we miss out on fantastic opportunities. When setbacks happen, it's easy to get discouraged and lose motivation. But remember, every setback is just a setup for a comeback, and embracing the possibility of growth is what truly matters. Finally, recognizing those self-destructive behaviors is the first step toward overcoming them. With a little support and a whole lot of dedication, we can learn to love ourselves and improve our well-being. So let's break those chains together and step into a brighter, more authentic version of ourselves.